To date, each installment of The Crown has spanned approximately a decade. Initially, its fifth series was set to do the same, to be the show's final season and take the royals from the early 90s into the noughties. However, Peter Morgan, the show's writer and creator, later decided to split the events of the decade into two series. It is well documented that the first half of the 90s was particularly tumultuous for Queen Elizabeth II and the royal family. Here, Express.co.uk looks at what's coming next in the hit Netflix show and reveals the truth behind the dramatization. The voice of the Queen, played by Imelda Staunton, opens the trailer with the words, "In light of the events of the last 12 months, perhaps I have more to reflect on than most." Several events made 1992 a year of disaster in the eyes of Queen Elizabeth II, and many were included in the trailer for The Crown Season 5, suggesting that it is likely to play a key part in the series. 1992 saw the dissolution of three of the monarch's children's marriages, the separation of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson in March, Princess Anne's divorce from Captain Mark Phillips, which was finalized in April, and then Prince Charles and Diana, Princess of Wales, separation, which was confirmed in December. It also saw the publication of Andrew Morton's bombshell biography Diana, Her True Story, which detailed the late princess' battle with bulimia and depression, and Prince Charles' betrayal with Camilla Parker Bowles. In 1992, during a speech to mark the 40th anniversary of her accession, the late monarch described that year as her annus horribilis, which can be translated as a year of disaster or misfortune. During the address, she said, "1992 is not a year on which I shall look back with undiluted pleasure." In the words of one of my more sympathetic correspondents, it has turned out to be an annus horribilis. Setting the stage for the turbulence of the 90s are the scenes of a fire ravaging a castle. The first image seen in the trailer for the fifth season shows the building up in flames and later, the lone figure of Queen Elizabeth II standing in the debris. This stirring scene, which is in reference to the fire at Windsor Castle in November 1992, foreshadows the havoc and hardship that the royal family faced at the time and will be depicted in the drama. The fire caused extensive damage to the castle and devastated Queen Elizabeth, whose love for Windsor was well known. Of course, the fire was significant due to Windsor Castle's place in the late monarch's heart, but it also triggered important changes within the firm. As a result of the fire, Buckingham Palace, the royals' primary residence in London, was open to the public to help fund the repairs at Windsor. It also eventually led to Queen Elizabeth paying income tax. The official completion date for the restoration of Windsor Castle was November 20, 1997, 5 years to the day after the outbreak of the fire and the 50th wedding anniversary of the Queen and Prince Philip. While then Prince Charles and Diana, Princess of Wales' marriage was only one of the royal relationships to break down over the course of the 90s, theirs was the most high-profile and significant for the royal family. Season 4 showed the growing tension between the couple, and Season 5 is set to portray the full dissolution of their marriage. The trailer clearly establishes the deepening animosity between Charles and Diana, suggests